This was a cairn once, but it's been knocked over. Oh. Woo! Holy crap. A beautiful sight to wake up to. Clouds haven't completely dissipated on me, but it's more clear than it was yesterday. Got that sun starting to peek around the mountain. Yeah, this is pretty awesome. Mind you, yesterday started like this, and it got progressively worse. I got rained on a lot last night. And a problem I'm having fairly regularly is that my down bag touches the end of the tent, and that's enough to get it wet, just touching. And then the end of my down bag gets wet, and then how on earth do you ever get a down bag dry out in the backcountry? You know, I'm gonna drag my tent over, get it right in the sun. It'll barbecue the tent a little bit, but I don't think that's gonna do it, right? So, I don't know. That's kind of a weird one. It rained a bunch, and it gave me a pretty good dumping. Well, it's the first day away from my car, so I've got oatmeal. Oatmeal is a never-ending, experiment of blends and stuff, right? So I make my own. I just put a little bit of cinnamon in, a little bit of nutmeg in, and I found these. So after the fact, now I'll add these in, and they're pretty good. I like them. And there's some orange flavored ones that are even better. So they're a nice little addition to this, right? They add some nice flavor. Have the oatmeal melted up a little bit, I'll be good to go. Now I've got coffee. I'm actually going to try this as like kind of a travel mug, except it'll be in my other hand so I can actually drink out of the that hole over there. Managed to get my tent over into the sun, try and dry out that bag a little bit, just the end parts. And yeah, I'm going to go for a little stroll. Go check this thing out. It's a big road going up to this thing. Why would you make a road up to a waterfall? Like, are you going to explore and try to get coal out of it or something? Kind of curious. Kind of figured I'd find more stuff up here. That kind of looks like something, but nothing recent. This, it looks like a fire ring. There's wood, but there's no actual signs of a fire, just someone made a little chair. And for some odd reason, there's a really old tin out here. According to the Kananaskis Trail guide, there is a way up this thing. You can climb up into that valley and have a wicked day hike. I am not going to do that, but that sounds like fun. Yeah, there's going to be a return trip in here. This is outstanding. By the way, this works great. I'm going to have to wash the lid a little better because it's full of grime. I've just been drinking out of it, like who cares? But as far as a travel mug, this is perfect. Yeah, this might be my best scene all day long. This is awesome. Cheers to a great day in the backcountry with coffee. Oh God, so awesome. Not bad looking out this side either. I hope this nice weather keeps up. A lot of chalk on this guy. The climbers love it. Well, I missed out. I wondered if there was something better up here. I have been sitting on a stump using a rock. This would have been much, much nicer. You can even see there's recent sawdust over there, so someone's been up here. Yeah. Well, I plan to come back. I'll know for next time. Man, it's awesome in here. Devil's Head is a beast. And it just hovers over all this. God, it's cool in here. Well, you know, I did just fine. No matter where you camp in here, you've done pretty outstanding just getting in here to camp. It is awesome. Well, for the first time ever, I am dealing with chafing head on. I can't believe it's been this many backpacks, and I've had it a few times, but it's always been like maybe a day or two left. And so I just lived with it, got home, let it heal. I mean, this is day 5. Yesterday I chafed. That was day 4. I want to do this every day for 25 days if I can manage it. So I'm trying. Yesterday I took my underwear off. It was wet. That's when it started, and that really didn't help. Now, you know, a lot of the chafing I get, I don't think it has anything to do with the underwear. So, and it didn't help anyway, taking the wet underwear off. And then I put on some Body Glide that I had, and that stopped the chafing for, I would say, an hour, maybe 2. So that's coming out of my bag. Now I'm going with the old-fashioned, you know, there's Dr. Scholl's moleskin. There's also generic stuff, which costs like 1/3 as much. So I got generic stuff on. It already feels better. I mean, basically it's a second skin, right? It'll rub on this instead of on the stuff that's already chafed. And I sure as hell hope I can make this work, because chafing is, it can derail your plans pretty quickly. It can make your life miserable. Well, I got my feet and knees in the water. It's turned into a beautiful day. Got my pack cover on just to let it finish completely drying off before I stuff it away. Time to roll out. I'm sad to leave this basin. God. Did I mention it's awesome? Like 7 times? Nice thing about today is the first 5 kilometers, I did it all yesterday, so stress-free. Now this is the first part of my day. Not the funnest hiking ever, but you know, it's what I gotta do. At least it's downhill, and it's the beginning of my day, so I'm not tired. Pretty glorious in here. I'm not off to a rockin' start, so I had to stop and put on even more moleskin. So I put on a bunch, and then I realized that my knife wasn't in my first aid bag anymore. I was just at the end of that little basin there, so I went back and I looked everywhere for it, and I can't find it. So I have lost my knife, and man, it's almost impossible to go through that stuff without a knife. I tried with that little serrated edge on my spork. I tried and tried and tried, and ultimately not that successful. Very hard to get through that stuff. So what that means, I'm going to go through that Dr. Scholl's stuff, what I have left, a lot faster if I can't cut strips in half. And this is a real problem. Anyways, it's finally something I have to hit head on, right? First time ever. Well, it was all cloudy in here yesterday when I came in, so I didn't see Devil's Head. Different view now. Look at all the caves up there. A bunch of them. Oh Well, yesterday I mostly stuck to that side, trying to find trail wherever I could. On this side, looks like it might be even better. Nice little trail here, see how far it goes. Well, there was snippets of trail, and now the trail, a good one, comes up onto here. I know there's a second way out of here. There's one down there, down a cut line. There's the way I took, which you walk up the rocks, which is not super cool. And you can see Black Rock Mountain. It really is all by itself. Well, that trail does last a while up that side. And then I saw one kind of breaking off to the left, and I just said, whatever. So I'm heading down. Here's where the rocks kind of narrow up, and got a little way to go before I get to the Johnson Lakes Trail. And from there, I gotta turn right and go intercept the Black Meadows Trail. Well, hasn't been a good morning. I mean, I didn't really know what I was doing applying all that moleskin, right? So I did it incorrectly. So by my count, I had 6 when I started. I just finished doing more repairs, and I have 1 left out of 6. I took a full one, and you know, the actual expensive Dr. Scholl, this is the last one I broke into, and applied it to one side, and I'm really hoping that that'll fix it. I think it will. But you know, I remember looking for this on YouTube and not finding a video. Maybe it's a pretty sensitive issue. Another thing I've learned is to, you know, get the area clean, get the area dry. Now, what didn't occur to me was, oh, what do I have for this? Well, you know, just getting it dry. Well, toilet paper, I had tons of it. So why didn't I do that, right? Another thing is get the area clean. Well, again, wet wipes, which I've never actually tried before, but they might be starting to go in my bag, or just get the toilet paper a little bit wet. I have lots of water. So it's not a pleasant thing to talk about, but it's been a major issue for me this morning. And I don't mind talking about it, and I might actually do a whole video about it because I couldn't find anything about this on YouTube. So maybe it's time someone just bucked up and just talked about the sensitive issue and just put something out there, right? Because boy, oh boy, it's been a learning curve this morning, but with 1 pad left, I'll probably use that like tomorrow or something, and then what? If the chafing issue hasn't gone away then, I'm going home, right? Chafing, you can only do it for so long. I mean, you can't be bleeding, you know, and just keep hiking and hiking and hiking. No one's that tough. Eventually you get broken down. The other thing I've learned is don't come out here with 6 strips of second skin, man. I'm loading up my bag with 25 next time. I don't care what they cost. They weigh nothing. Just do it. Well, goodbye Johnson Canyon, I'll be back. This basin too here looks really cool. Wonder if, you know, wonder if there's some way in there, some trail. I've intercepted the Johnson Lakes Trail, so now up that way. Might be having problems this morning, but still got to appreciate the beauty. Just fantastic. Well, I screwed up again. Starting to think I should change the name of my channel to that. I just saw this little trail going down here. I thought it would just be like a equestrian detour. You know, Jill talks about some of those. 700 meters later, and a good ways away from here, like literally in that direction, it's like, okay, I've gone up some random trail. I haven't the slightest clue where it goes. I don't know if it joins up with Black Rock. I just had to turn around and take my medicines. So extra 1.4 kilometers added to my day. Just stick to exactly what the book says. Don't go off on some little trail that you think is gonna join up. Good Lord, so stupid. Well, at least I'm back to my beautiful valley. I'll just send a message out to a friend of mine in Cochrane. You know, they might, she might come out and join me for some hiking the next couple of days. She's not sure. Just asked her to bring me all the moleskin she can. I don't know what else to do. Or just pray that what I've done works. I've used up all of it now. I've got 2 big strips on each side. Praying it works. Anyway, I'm learning. I'm learning the hard way. Sometimes that's the only way to do it, but I'm learning. Well, there's one. Managed to barely make it across with these boots without getting water over the top. Pretty sure I got across this thing a few times. Well, that time I failed. One of my boots is wet. Oh well. That one there, I could have easily just bushwhacked around over here. Like, it would have been like a 100-meter bushwhack, not even. Surprised Chili doesn't say anything about it. Oh well. 3 down. That's 4. 5. And that is 6. All right, moving on here. I think maybe I even have another 1 or 2, but we'll see. Well, cool little pond. Just above it, I got Black Rock Mountain. I'm heading around it. And then these are the mountains I'm saying goodbye to now. It's coming along. It's already been a day, but lots more to go. It's coming along. Okay, went through meadow for a bit. The track became grass, and then it became like tracks full of water. And then I believe I'm supposed to go back down here. This goes here. Of course, the trail is described like backwards. So it says you come up here and turn left. So I'm hoping I go down there and it doesn't just join up with this thing and I end up on the same one. Maybe I need to go farther. Anyway, all right, let's see this. See if this works out. I'm just trying to go around that boggy meadow, obviously. Get back on the other side of it. Well, for all that, like I probably went 100 meters down there. I think that's my track up there. All that just to get across this. I saw some tracks come ripping down off the trail and shortcut across this. Maybe they knew something I didn't. Right there, I kept going. This is fitting with the description though, so hoping it's working out. Go through a muddy, boggy meadow. This is exactly that. Okay, cross that. I'm on the other side of that pond. I'm following some tracks in the grass, but I don't know. I'm following directions backwards. It's pretty difficult. He didn't say anything about being on the other side of this pond. I don't know. And you get to the bottom of a hill and you turn right. That's coming from the other direction. So, God, and the tracks are just going away. I mean, do I keep going down to the end of there? Is that the end of this boggy meadow? Frick. I don't know. Well, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, the Johnson Lake Trail shows up on my app. It goes down there and it just stops. But from here on, and it shows it over here, so all right. I didn't think I'd get anything out of that. I know the track wasn't on it for quite a while, so I'm quite surprised that suddenly it pops up. Well, I don't know where that popped out down there, but I completely missed it. Look at this huge road. How do you miss this thing? Somehow it did. I followed the wrong set of quad tracks or dirt bike tracks. Anyway, my app made life a lot easier there. I just kind of rampaged through the forest until I got to it, and yeah, it's actually accurate. Here it is. Well, I finally got into the Black Rock Meadows Trail. Cut line going down that way. Wonder where that one goes, but hey, you know, it's a cut line. Lord knows. Supposed to follow this. An outfitter trail is supposed to go out on the right. I cannot find this outfitter trail. And I can hear a big thunderstorm over there. Keeps booming. Where is this outfitter trail? I don't think there's any doubt that I missed it. I've even crossed a little tributary here. I come about 1.3 kilometers. It's supposed to be like 1.5 or 6 from the trailhead. Well, yeah, I mean, I was supposed to turn pretty quickly off this cut line. Instead, I've gone more than a kilometer, so I can't believe it. All right, well, nothing to do but backtrack. Now I'm to within 450 meters of the trailhead. I've already dumped my pack a few times and gone in the bush. Now I'm just wandering through the bush. Cut line's over here. I figure if I couldn't see it from the cut line, maybe I can see it from out here itself, right? This looks like all very good candidate. You know, mossy spruce. There is a coordinate there, but the times I have used coordinates out of the Kananaskis Trail Guide, I've found them way off, like 100 meters. Like I'm standing unquestionably on top of a peak, and then the waypoint for that peak is way off. So I didn't bother putting them in. Well, now I would love to have it. That's all you get. You get a waypoint as to where you turn in the bush. No distance. Lord, I would love a distance. I think I found it. It is blocked off from the cut line by 2 trees. Oh my God. It's 200 meters away from over there. This is yesterday and today. Holy crap. This is not a relaxing backpack. Working hard, broken out of trees. I'm definitely going up there. Oh, heard a lot of boom claps over there. Doesn't seem to be coming over here, but still a little disconcerting. Can't believe I came from just in between these two. That seems like a long time ago now. Oh, I better get this done quick. It's not quite moving over me, but not far. Oh my God. I think this was a cairn once, but it's been knocked over. Oh. Woo! Holy crap. Oh. Well, for the best view, I'm supposed to go way over there, but I've got to get out of this. I've got to get home. Unfortunately, that is exactly that way into this crap. I got to climb up here and get across that somehow. It's supposed to be flagging. Oh God, flagging. You know, get through this and then over here, and then it starts going down. Can't find any flagging, but it looks good enough to me. I have a little bit of snow I got to cross. It's raining on me, but there's only one way out of here, and that's forward. Well, this would be pretty awesome, but man, have I got myself into it. I've got to descend out of this. No question about that. Okay, it's as far as I want to walk around up here. Down into the trees, let's go. Actually stopped raining a while ago, so that's good. It's just low clouds. I mean, for a while it was hailing. I hid under a tree. I had my phone was getting wet and it was low on power, so I plugged it into my Anchor battery pack and stuffed it into my bag, and then just hunkered down for a while. Once I got it back out, that's the first time you saw me again. This has been really good here, and I went off trail and got a bit lost on Black Rock Nubs. Now, that trail right now is the best thing for me to intercept, and I marked where I left it. So it's 1.8 kilometers up there. So that's gonna come in pretty handy now. I am gonna be looking for that trail. Well, that sucks. I haven't been able to really get down. I've been looking. It's all wet rock. And I mean, I don't think I can traverse this. Again, wet rock. I could try. It sure looks pretty precipitous. For all I know, on the other side, there's another cliff. Could go down this. I don't know. Or I need to find a way down and over this or all the way around it. Good fun. One thing I knew for sure was I was on a slippery mountain and I wanted to get off. So I slid down the scree. Take a shot of this before I go in the trees and lose everything. I'm gonna have to figure my way down here, then head over. See, I could climb up this, but maybe there's like, you know, a bunch of, maybe it's just a cliff on the other side. So the best thing, just go down here, just get around it. And yeah, there's supposed to be a cut line, but whatever directions Jillian gave, whatever grass you draw, you're supposed to go down. I completely missed that. So yeah, I see one way over there. I'm not going that far, but maybe I'll intercept it over here somewhere. Well, this isn't too bad. If I was in Jasper National Park, I think I'd be in hell. You know, I'd have to do this for 3 or 4 kilometers. But here, there's game trails and that sort of thing, so it's not that bad. I'm just heading down here, keeping an eye on this, see when the hill kind of goes away or starts looking kind of small, and then I'll head up and try to get over that and around it. Woo! Well, I've been descending and descending and descending and descending. I can now hear OHV's out again, probably just because the storm is over. But I'd like to head that way, but every time I try, I just end up going down with the descent, right? Phew, I mean, I'm going the wrong way doing this, so, but I gotta do it. It's a spring, and pretty much no one has ever seen it but me. I'm sure there's been randos, but I mean, that's exactly what I am, a rando. Okay. This kind of goes up the way I want. I sure hope it does. Needs to keep going, kind of down there. Sure as hell hope I'm gonna start climbing it. That's gonna be worth it, but it's gonna be a lot easier than even that nice bushwhacking. Is 3 times as tough as the other stuff, because you're just thinking constantly, where do I go? Where do I go? In between that tree, in between this tree. There's a lot going on. This is part of a cut line kind of road that shows up on my app. Where I left that trail is probably about there. So when I get up here, I want to find some kind of trail that leaves off it to the left. And then it's a good chance that that's it. That's the trail. Or I'm gonna have to start bushwhacking again. I mean, this is getting me closer, but not much closer. I'm hoping to find that trail. Well, this is horrible. Based on what I read in Jillian's, I don't know how she managed to describe all that. I've climbed a lot, but I think if I go down and take that cut line road that's down there, I'm gonna get farther ahead. This just wants to climb and climb and climb and climb for another 600 meters. It's horrible. And I'm pretty sure the description says not to come up here, so I screwed the pooch again. Temptation is to just start bashing through the forest, but I don't know. Oh hell, maybe I will. Actually, it doesn't look that bad. More of this. Well, I got down to that other road. Look at that, it climbs. Woo! This is the longest backpack day I've ever had. I am still 700 meters away, and Lord knows what elevation from where I last, from the point where I know I'd be on a trail and I know how to get home. But, I mean, I've traded one cut line road that climbs for another one that climbs. This one should get me closer, but if I can't find that trail, if it doesn't join up with this thing, I'm just bashing into the woods again for probably 500 meters. Maybe right uphill. Oh my God. It's, yeah, this is brutal. And this overnight backpack this is the toughest craziest overnight backpack I've ever done. Yesterday was a beaut, and today even bigger. Like, damn. Who'd have thought I'd be getting a view off of this road? So here's the Kananaskis Crag. I gotta go around the other side of it. One of my waypoints is 500 meters up that way, so I'm gonna carry on the road, and I'm gonna have to bushwhack over this. That's yeah. I can't find any. I never did find that road, that trail. Who knows where it went? Anyway, well, I'm not gonna climb over this. I think this is my best shot here. I think this is pretty much the pass. The road is kind of going in a good direction, so keep following that. Obviously, whatever waypoint I made was on the other side of this. Well, the trail came back up. Apparently it just stops. I need to get either there or there. I don't care which one. This just doesn't end. This just doesn't end. Well, I crossed all those boulders and came down here. I'm gonna climb up this. This is not the one of the ones I pointed at, but I don't care. It looks like it's okay. Just got to get to the other side of that, then I can pretty quickly intercept a trail that I know will get me out. There's Black Rock Nub. I whip out my app and I look up one of my waypoints, wait for it to load, and it says meadow, 40 meters in front of me. It's like, oh, thank you. And here we go. Here's the trail. Holy, what a relief. I've been working my butt off. Well, the unthinkable has happened. When I found that meadow and found what I thought was the trail, I think I had it for, 10 minutes. I started racing out. It's like, okay, race against the clock, right? Race against the sun. After a while, I realized that it was bringing me right back down where I just climbed out of. So I found a dirt bike trail that comes back up. I've been climbing it ever since. It's going to Hidden Pass, but I can't do anymore. I cannot do anymore. And it is 9:45. There is absolutely no way I am getting back. I found kind of about about as flat a section as I can on this side of a hill. I'm setting up tent. Very little water, and I have food, a thing of soup that's useless without water. So, yeah. Woo! Well, here's the trail. Here's my tent. I actually don't have pegs. I use them with my other tent, and then I forgot them. And of course, both nights on this backpack, it's been pouring rain. I used a rock, I used some sticks. The ground is so malleable here. And then I use my poles for a couple of them. Do whatever you can do, right? Well, I got off everything that was wet. Everything's wet. My clothes, underwear, everything. So I have on my other shirt, which was only a little, maybe a little sweaty from yesterday. That's the only thing I have that's dry. I have mitts and toque. That's dry. I have my puffy jacket. That's dry. Awesome. I will survive the night. I mean, what else can you ask? That's it. Right? I mean, yeah. I have a couple of gulpfuls of water. I'll save those for the morning. That's all I'm going to have for breakfast or anything. And then I know where the next water source is, assuming I stop screwing up. So, I have my battery pack. I'll charge up my phone. With some luck at least, maybe the rain will have stopped. I mean, I'm already going to get up and put on a whole bunch of wet clothes, and that'll be awesome. But, yeah. This is as embarrassed as I could ever be. Oh, well, now I can say that this has officially happened. Good night. Yeah, good morning. Coming to you at 5:30 in the morning, randomly on the side of the mountain in a tent. At one point in the night, the rain stopped. That was a glorious time, but I don't know how long that lasted. If it stops now, I have to jump up and, put on a bunch of wet clothes and get the hell out of here while I have the chance. Mostly, it's not walking in the rain. It's putting all the wet clothes back on, trying to pack everything up, and all that in the rain. And as far as I'm concerned, I can just sit here in bed till noon, waiting for this rain to stop. The only thing that's would be stopping me would be, I'm hungry and I don't have much water, so I'll be thirsty. So yesterday, everything was the hardest backpack day of my life. Things went wrong, to say the least. And now I had to set up camp on the side of the trail and just go to bed. What are you gonna do? Oh my God. 8:45 now and the rain stopped. Sort of. This is the most comfortable place in the world right now is my bag. Nothing but misery outside of it, but I have to jump up and take advantage of this. Oh, God. Well, starting to rain a little bit again, but I've painfully got all my wet clothes on again, so I am getting out of here. One thing's for sure is I gotta have some kind of drying session before I venture out again. Yeah, whatever my plans, especially for the fact that this became 3 days instead of 2. Whatever my plans were for this 25 days, they're up in smoke now, that's for sure. All right. Most of what I own is now wet, except for my sleeping bag and a few items. Worst thing about packing up a wet tent in the cold is your hands get freezing, so I brought out my gloves. They're warm and dry for now. They won't stay that way, but if I'm not going to use them when my hands are freezing, then why the hell I bring them out, right? The hidden pass, I believe, is just up that steep one right there, based on my app. There we go. wasn't Hidden Pass. Hidden Pass is just up there, but whatever. This is called the Finger Boulders. I don't remember there being a bunch of snow on these mountains. Wow, that's pretty impressive. All right, I probably have about 6 kilometers left. 2 kilometers down here is a nice little stream. I'm gonna finally get some water, and then back to the car. Well, I got some water in my body. I think that'll start making me feel better, that's for sure. Not that I feel bad, I'm just, just at that, general stress level of being out here with very little water, food. I started going down 10G down there. At least I think it was 10G. And then decided I wanted to come back, get water, because I kind of missed it. And 10G kind of sucks. So I'm gonna head down to the river, pop out, walk along that stony bed for those few kilometers, and then I can fill up, get 3 liters of water, and then I'll have that horrible climb up that hill, but that seems like a long time from now, right? Well, I'm pretty much at the intersect of the Black Rock Mountain trailhead. There's some campsites down there. That's actually a different creek than the one I was on. And some little cabin. I think I read about this. I think this is the lineman's cabin. I don't know. If it is, I'll flash it up on the screen. Anyway, this is way more official than anything I've been seeing. I think there's supposed to be a registry here, but no. Very sad. Well, I'm on the open. I haven't completely got to where I recognize everything yet, but I'm pretty damn close. Just gotta get over here somewhere. I'm hungry, but got an even more pressing desire to get back to the car before things get worse again. Sprinkling on me right now, that's all. Well, I'm tired, I'm wet, I'm hungry, but what's really might derail all my stuff is chafing. I talked about this yesterday. I finally applied 2 big pads properly, make sure the area was clean, dry, everything. 2 big pads. It helped. But by the end of the day, one pad was pretty wrinkled up and the other one was just bunched up and useless. So I have no more second skin, moleskin. I'm out of that now. And yeah, I don't even know what to do at it in the future. So as I'm walking along, I'm chafing even more. Tomorrow I think it's going to be a day off to try and alleviate a few things. Hopefully there's some sun that can dry out some stuff. But yeah, chafing is a big new problem that I've been able to avoid up till now. Pretty crazy, there was no snow in any of this. Well, I think it's actually stopped raining long enough for me to have dry rain gear, so hey, that's something. Do whatever I can to start mitigating some of the damage, right? The rain gear is dry, it's not raining. Maybe I'll start raining in 5 minutes, right? But maybe I'll get lucky. So kick the rain gear off, start allowing the T3 to dry in my pants, because I use those for day hiking too. So before I can even leave the car again, these have got to be dry, right? The shirt, who cares? The underwear, who cares? I got lots of those in the car. They're all dry. So yeah, but the T3 in the pants, if things are drying, take advantage. Well, I'm back. I had a big bowl of cereal. I tossed out the rest of the milk. That was going sour. Got the one more big bowl in though. I am starting to be not sold on feet anymore. These things, they're just a gathering place for water. You know, so yeah. Some of my stuff got a little bit wet. So now I got 2 tents that are wet. Even though this one was pegged down and everything. Anyway, I'm clearing it out, and then I gotta lift that foot out of there, and I gotta get all the pools of water out from under it. How come my 2-man tent that had no foot, I mean, I started bringing it out last night, and then it was just getting rained on and soaked while I was trying to set up the rest of the tents. So I said, oh, hell with that. How come that one did better than this? Like, look at the massive, this is like a big pool of water. I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, unless you're, is this just to protect the bottom? Because I don't see the advantage in rain. I really don't. I'm actually starting to think it's the opposite. Not too sure about footprints anymore. Maybe I just won't even put it back underneath there. Maybe I'll just leave the tent as it is and run an experiment and see if it rains like hell again and see what happens. Well, advantage of car camping. I have a big old towel that I was going to use to dry my hair and stuff. I haven't gone down to wash it yet. But now I can use it to dry off the bottom of this tent maybe. And get back to a semblance of dryness. At least my bag, my blanket didn't get it too bad. All right, they were kind of in the other corner. Well, attempting to leave it there and do the experiment, but just decided to move it. It is definitely crooked. But yeah, I don't feel like going here. I feel like there's a couple depressions and stuff. In there, it's gonna go down. I didn't really want to go there. I looked at it when I first got here because I thought I might have a fire and I thought maybe someone would come in and, you know, I got warned that people will get drunk and go off-roading. But I think that's pretty likely in this particular spot. They drive by there, but they're not gonna, yeah. Now the lack of rain allowed me to sort some of this out. The chafing is still my biggest problem. The whole point of me going in the tent was to get dry stuff. But, well, I'm dealing with issues as they come. I'm not giving up and going home yet. Well, it started raining again. I have 2 coffees and a hot chocolate in here. That's all right. I just use those Nescafes. I have the Nescafe and then I have a Turtles hot chocolate in there, so that is plenty of sugar. Hey, it's a day in the backcountry, right? I'll slowly recover from this. I'll take a day off. I still have, I still plan 25, even 26 days out here. So I have all that food. So I'll figure things out. In the meantime, I'm having coffee in the backcountry, even if I am sitting in my car. Well, decided not to bore you with the little mundane details of the rest of my day. I tried in vain to, I did okay with this tent. I dried it out with towel and stuff. I tried in vain to dry out the other tent, but it's been showering all day, just on and off. So I didn't get too far with that, but read a book in my car. Basically spent the whole day in my car. Just relative comfort. I mean, a car is comfort out here, right? When there's rain. I can't sit in my cheap little outdoor chair that everyone buys, right? It's been kind of a day of reflection. I mean, that was a pretty rough overnight backpack, and what I need to do to kind of do better, right? And yeah, I mean, what else can you do? Still planning to take tomorrow off and let the chafing heal, and then see what I can do to carry on. Good night.